Good morning and happy Sabbath, everyone. I'm Tamika. I'm one of the health ministry members. And in honor of Mental Health Awareness Month, I will be speaking about mental health today. The devil is busy. We can't get it up, but can't get it for you guys to view on the screen, but we'll continue on. So the topic, as I mentioned, is mental health. Oh, it's not clicking. Okay. So still nothing. That's okay. So first I would like to just define what mental health is. Mental health is the foundation for thinking, communication, learning, resilience. Amen. Resilience, self-esteem is key for personal well-being, relationships, contributing to community or society. Oftentimes you may see mental illness and mental health used interchangeably, but they are actually two different things. So, 1 in 5. So 1 in 5 persons suffer from mental illness in America, in the world. So that means 50% of all adults will suffer from some form of mental illness in their lifetime. 50% of all chronic mental illnesses begin before the age of 14. So that means a lot of the mental illnesses that people are exhibiting in adulthood were there when they were children. So it's always good to be vigilant as parents, making sure that we're providing our children with the resources they need to be successful. So mental illness encompasses many different diseases. I'm not going to go into all of them right now, but the main ones that you may be familiar with is anxiety, depression, bipolar, schizophrenia. Those are the most common ones that people are being treated for now. So, this is how mental illness can show up in your life. In social aspects, people who suffer from mental illness can start to isolate themselves, start to not be as interactive, not be social. Spiritually, they could be confused. They might think that God is punishing them. They might have some chemical imbalances. But all of these things have a remedy. Amen? So, when you have mental illness, some people are what we call functioning, people who, can go through life with anxiety, go through life with depression, and not allow it to alter too much of their day-to-day. But there are some people who are just paralyzed with their mental illness to the point where they just can't move, they can't talk, they don't bathe. And this is one of those things that you want to call 911 and get them some professional help. So we have a 4-pronged approach to solving our mental illness issues. First, faith. Now, I know the pastor has been preaching a lot about faith and different topics about mental health. We are not one of those congregations who believe that you can pray away things. We believe that God gave man the wisdom and knowledge to understand how the mind works. So we believe in faith and therapy. Amen? They work together. When you have belief in a higher power that can kind of center you, it can provide you with peace. And it gives you the endurance to get through what you're going through. Professional counseling. Licensed therapist, social worker, psychologist, psychiatrist, those things are available to you. I do have a slide. Let's see, this slide. I was reviewing NAD's website, and they do have a list of Adventist counselors in the DMV area. If you scan this QR code, and if you want the information afterwards, just come to me. This is a list of all of the Adventist counselors in the DMV area. So family and friends, what can we do? What can we do? We need to recognize the symptoms. Oftentimes with mental health, the only time that anyone intervenes outside of the family is when they are a threat to themselves or others, meaning they maybe have verbalized that they want to harm someone or have intentionally tried to harm themselves or others. So they do have laws in place that say the only time that we can detain someone without their permission is if they're a threat to themselves or others. So it's very important for us as friends and family to recognize the symptoms and provide people with the resources they need before they get to this point. NAMI is a very well-known mental health organization. We do have one in this area of PG County. Unfortunately, they don't have any outreach coordinators right now. They're in the process of transition, but they will provide you with advocacy. They have so many different resources, all of which are free. Uninsured, insured, resources are free. The second thing that you can do to help with mental illness is lifestyle changes. And we know that one of the tenets of being Seventh-day Adventist is the 8 laws of health. That's one thing that you can practice. Positive self-talk, using the word. The Bible tells us we are fearfully and wonderfully made. You know, we are God's masterpieces. Just continue to pour into yourself. Building community. This is what we're doing here. We're all together. We're fellowshipping. Try not to isolate yourself, because that's when those negative thoughts keep reemerging, and that's when the devil really starts to get busy. Last resort, medications. Not everybody has to be on medications. That's an option that you can choose if you do so. But it should always be done in conjunction with the other 3 items that I mentioned. And this is just a list of the different medication classes that they use to prescribe. Some of these medications, let me see, yes, all of them you would need a prescription for. So, in summary, I just want everyone to know that anyone who is suffering from mental illness, don't criticize. Feed into them, pour into them, just encourage them and be around them. And I wrote this up here, and it's on my shirt. Just remember that you are loved, you have a purpose, you belong, you have a choice, and you are needed. Remember the 4-pronged approach, which is faith, counseling, lifestyle, and medications. And true healing only comes through Jesus, and Jesus is the only one that can move you from illness to health. I just want to also say one other thing. They have a new icon that everyone's pushing in the mental health world, the semicolon, and on my semicolon it says, "You matter." And they chose the semicolon because it's where a period should have gone, but it kept going. So essentially it's saying you could have ended your life, but you didn't. Keep going. You matter. You're not alone. And if anyone is struggling with any mental health issues, you can always reach out to me privately, send me a message or flag me down during the service. We do have some resources for you. We also have some bands, some little mental health journals, keychains, and buttons in the Welcome Center, and they're welcome to anyone. Thank you so much, and have a great Sabbath.